Good evening, friends. Today, on the last day of 2020, uh, I wish to thank all our volunteers, benefactors, collaborators, well wishers who have stood with us during this entire year. It has been a really blessed, fulfilling, awesome year at Street Providence and the Food Bank, with the numerous projects that went on, especially during the entire lockdown and now as the year is ending. Most of our projects have been accepted, most of our projects are running, but as we end this year, we really have been given marching orders again, and it happened in 2017 December, it's happening in 2020 December, and we have accepted those marching orders, and we are now back to where we are looking out for a big home or a big building to move into, so that we can look after more homeless people. We had planned to, in the beginning of 2021, to pick up about 80 plus odd people who are abandoned in multiple healthcare places because of no family or no place to go. But that is going to be kept on hold now, as we really are running short of space at the moment with what men we have with us. Today being the last day, we moved about 11 men from one of our big homes into one of our existing homes, and in the next 2 to 3 days we will be moving 24 men from that big home. Not sure how it's going to play out, but disappointed that what was promised was not delivered, and we have to face the storm. We have to live with the setback. We have to rebuild from scratch, especially our rehabilitation program. And we are going to take the battle, we are going to take the setback head on. We are not going to make the same mistake again. We are not going to run away from rehabilitation. We may not pick up people till we get a bigger home, but whatever we got, we will hold on. And if we don't get a big rehabilitation home, we will stick to food, we will stick to MOW, we will stick to healthcare, we'll stick to clinics, we'll stick to dry ration, we'll stick to ambulances to transport our poor people to hospital. We'll do the work. We'll keep the engine moving. We won't allow this setback to disturb us in any way, and we are not looking to own any place. We don't want any place. A lot of people have come to me in the last 3 years saying, look after my father and I'll give you the home, or look after my uncle, I'll give you a home. See, we cannot accept homes with conditions. We are not interested in owning any home in our name. We are interested in only looking after homeless street people in a home or in a building if there is. The reason being we don't intend to own any homes with people and conditions is, I don't stay in those homes. It's run by homeless street people, and if you give us a home with somebody of yours to look after and my people don't do a proper job, then we are doing injustice to our calling. And our calling is not old age home, our calling is not looking after 1-2 people. Our calling is looking after homeless street people, and we will stick to that. So we are only looking for a home, a big home where 25-30 people can fit. Priority South Goa, because we already have another home in Kavilusin having already 15 people, so we cannot leave those people there and move somewhere else. It needs to be in Salsette. It can be in the city or out of the city, because we have multiple food coming in from that area, then that food is going to get wasted. Transporting the food from south to north is not going to be feasible. So if you have any big home, if you know people who have a big home or a big building which can accommodate 25-30 people, do let us know. We are looking on a free basis, because we are an NGO on some minimum rent. used minimum for 11 months to 2 years to 22 months without much investment, and we are really desperate at the moment. There are multiple calls coming in the last 3-4 days, but I'm not picking up anybody from the street, and people don't expect me to say no, but today I don't have a choice. I really don't have place. We already have close to 100 men and women in our homes. It's a setback. I feel cheated after spending a few lakhs of rupees on this building. It was promised. The boss also is standing by me, but the society members are adamant we leave it, and I want to start the new year on a positive note. I don't want to be bogged down with this stress and tension. So we will be leaving. We have already moved out 11 men today. We'll be moving out 24 in the next 2 or 3 days. Whatever assets are there and which we can't move, will be kept back for the original owners to use. We will be taking a few of the assets because most of our homes have all these assets, so there's no point just taking and keeping them. We understand that they have a better need. They have a greater need than homeless street people. Homeless street people calling may not be for everybody, but I want to say that one thing is, the person who instigated you against Street Providence and me is not the right person. You worked with me from July 2017, picking up my food, feeding people, putting my fridges in your food societies, moving the Kerala relief. You saw my work, you brought me in, and one person and one instigation made you change your mind. What good work you did with me for the last 3 to 4 years, and it's okay. I accept it. I may not be the best person. I may not speak the best things. I may be rough, rude. I may be losing my temper. I may have used derogatory words, which I have apologized. But changing the promise. See, this is a message to all. Don't promise to help the poor if you are not sure or you don't know you're going to keep the promise. Because once you make a promise, then the person across the line starts making plans to implement that promise. And rehabilitation is not done on 11 months period. Rehabilitation is done on a long-term planning, long-term program, long-term base. So if you made a mistake, I mean, you should be responsible. Trying to put the blame on me is not the right thing to do. I appreciate that you allowed us to use your home for 11 months and the additional 2 months, but today you are making us march, and I'm sure God will stand with us. He has stood with us in the past. He'll stand with us in the future. It's a bit upsetting, but I mean, what can I do? I can't do much, because ultimately Street Providence was not created to own properties. We have no intention of owning any property from nobody. We are here to use properties which are already closed, unoccupied, unused. We will never, as of today, we don't have any property in our name. We are not asking for property in our name. We can't afford to collect money because all our accounts, all our collections are to checks. So unaccounted money does not come to us. It's going to take a lot of time to collect a few crores of rupees to buy land, build and stuff like that. But we will keep looking out for places, and you also can keep recommending us if there are big places around South Goa priority, Salsette area, so that our current 35 people can be rehabilitated, and these 80 odd people who are ready for discharge who have been abandoned for 5, 7, 10, 15 years with nobody to look after them in certain healthcare places. We had decided that January we will take them in, but ultimately we don't have place. So if anybody is calling us in the coming month, please be aware that we cannot lift up more people from the street, because we have lost our biggest home. We have lost our biggest home where another 150, 200 people could have easily fitted. So we will be disappointing people. They will be grumbling, you're not picking people. But if I don't have space, I can't pick people. I'm already running, we already closed 2 homes. This is the 3rd home which we are losing because the owners have been instigated, and we'll live to fight another day. There are multiple proofs, there are multiple records, there's multiple data, telephone records, MHA records showing that a commitment was made for 10 years. The entire building was committed. The original draft which was given to us was clearly states that it's the entire building, and the boss still says yes, this is what I wanted, but we lost it, man. We lost it, and there's going to be many people wanting to get off the street, but we'll have to disappoint them till something works out. And I'm sure with the grace of God, with the favor of God, we will find a place. This was a very convenient place, very big. We spent a lot of money on it, and when spending the money, the society people were sitting there for 4 months. There was no objections raised. They actually used me and my people to clean up the entire rubble, the entire dirt, the entire rubbish which was there. And even when the entire 100-meter beam fell in the well, they could not get it out. They came to me, and we had to take them to Goa police, who actually used pressure and got the contractor to take out that entire 100-meter beam which fell in the well. So if we were not promised anything, we should not have been even shown that place. We should have been just kept in the place we were committed to. But ultimately, I believed, I trusted, I invested, I lost, I took a beating. It's a very expensive beating to lose a lot of money. And we bless you. We bless the society, we bless the boss, we bless the assistant boss, we bless all the society members. Time can always heal. Truth will prevail. We will move the man. We will give the place back. It's not the end of the world for Street Providence. Street Providence has taken numerous hits at numerous times, and we'll live. We'll work. We'll sit quiet during the storm. We'll get into other projects which don't require rehabilitation. But in case anybody knows a big building, a big home, only to use, we don't want it in our name, and we don't want it with conditions like you look after my uncle, you look after my parents, I'll give you the home. No, we don't want anything like that, because it won't be possible. We just want a home to put in 25-30 people with the least infrastructure to be added, and if we can get it free to use, well and good. If we have to pay a minimum rent, also well and good. At this moment, there is one such place in South Goa, close to a big politician's house. We are praying that this politician understands the situation, and it belongs to another foundation who is ready to allow us to use it, but with the consent of the local politician. So, keeping my fingers crossed, keeping my prayers, believing that my prayers will be answered. It is a setback at the moment. We cannot lift anybody from the street till I get a big home. So please don't tag me whenever anybody is on the street or anything. I cannot reply. It breaks my heart, but I don't have a single space today. All those 35 men, instead of being dropped to the street, will be temporarily accommodated in the current homes, which is going to be tight, but we will work on it. We will live to see. So I close the new year, I close the old year with a positive note. I wish you all a happy new year. Let's look forward to a good 2021. God bless you, and good night in India, and good morning to those abroad. Thank you so much.